morning, senior ones. Welcome to this session of English language learning, and you'll be taught by teacher Ali. So, this time around in this session, or in this lesson, the lesson is possessive and reflective pronouns. Possessive and reflective pronouns, as you can view them on your notes very well. And but it is a little bulky, so we are going to have part of it looked at in this session. That is the possessive pronouns, and then the reflective pronouns will be looked at in our next session, inshallah. So, before we go to what the possessive or what the reflexive pronouns mean, we'd like to understand what a pronoun means. Before we go to that, what is a pronoun to you? Now, a pronoun is simply a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is simply a word that replaces a noun. So, for example, if you have a sentence like maybe the man killed a lion. See, the man killed a lion. So where we have the man, we can simply say he killed a lion. So this that we are using in place of the man is called a pronoun. So now, among the pronouns that we have, of course, there are so many other types. But here we are going to look at, in our lesson is supposed to direct look at possessive and reflective pronouns. And in this session here, in this episode, we are going to look at just the possessive pronouns. And what are these possessive pronouns? So before we go to defining things and going into depth, let us first look at our lesson outcome. What are you expected to have gained out of this lesson by the end of it? So by the end of the lesson, you should be able to use possessive and reflexive pronouns very well. You get that? So that is what we are expected to do. So after this lesson, promise that you'll be able to use or to apply these reflective and possessive pronouns. But probably, so we are going to narrow down to just the possessive pronoun in this lesson. Okay. Now, in this lesson we shall have part A. We shall have part A, that is possessive pronouns, and part B, reflexive pronouns. But in this episode, just like I've told you, that we are only going to look at A, and then B will come in later in our next session, inshallah. So, what are possessive pronouns? Possessive pronouns are these pronouns that we use, when we want to talk about something that belongs to us, or when we talk about anything that contains ownership or belonging. See, so those words that we use to show ownership of something or somebody, just like someone can say that woman is mine, such things. So that mine, showing ownership, that that woman belongs to you. That is one of the possessive pronouns we have. So a possessive pronoun is a pronoun we use to show the ownership of something. Just like we are told here, that when you want to show that something belongs to someone, you see, or to something, because we also have possessive pronouns that are referring to non-living things. Okay, so when you want to show that something belongs to someone, we use words called possessive pronouns. And what are those pronouns? We have some examples here. See, so we are saying in this exercise, in this task, in this example, you have these two sentences whereby one reads, "Those books he is carrying are mine." Those books he's carrying are mine. So you're seeing that the word mine here, it shows the possession of the books. Whose? They are mine. They belong to me. So that mine is a word that describes ownership, and we call it possessive. possessive pronoun. And then number 2, we have the old woman claimed that the stolen bag was hers. The old woman claimed that the stolen bag was hers. You get? So when you see this old woman and then the bag that belonged to her, so hers here becomes our possessive pronoun because it is showing ownership of something. What is that something? The bag. Who does it belong to? The woman. So that is a possessive pronoun. So we have majorly seven possessive pronouns, and just like we have our notes here, they can really describe, they can show you these examples. So we have one of them is his, just like you can see in the table. Then you have yours, then you have hers, then you have theirs, we have its, we have ours, we have mine. You get? I'm going to be using these. I will actually have 7 sentences showing how we can use these possessive pronouns in sentences. You see? So let us begin with his. We use the possessive pronoun his to show that something belongs to a person who is a man or who is a male. Now, for instance, you can say that he said that that book is his. I think that he said that book is his. So this person here said that book belongs to him. So you see that this person here, so his is a possessive pronoun that is used to show that something belongs to someone who is a male, whether a boy or a man, as long as they are male and human. Then we have yours. Yours, this is a possessive pronoun that we use when we are referring to the second person, that is you. So if you have something, or if something belongs to you, for instance a house, I can say that house is yours. I get that? That house is yours. You get that? So it is not mine, it is not his, it is not hers, but it is yours. So I'm trying to say that house belongs to you. So you have the ownership of the house. Okay, then we also have hers. I think we've seen an example up where we have that the old woman claimed that the stolen bag was hers. So this one here, it is a possessive pronoun that we use referring to something that belongs to a woman or to a female human being. Okay, just like we have that the old woman claimed that the stolen bag was hers. And then we have theirs. So this is a possessive, theirs is a possessive pronoun that is used referring to a group of people, you know. Either they can be 2 or more than 2, and maybe they have something that they own. For instance, you can say that house is theirs, you know, that book is theirs. So you can say that book belongs to them. Then we also have its. For instance, now this one here, it is a possessive pronoun that is used to describe ownership of something, but it is not human. For instance, we can say that instead of saying that maybe we can say that a tree or a tree for instance, if you are talking about maybe a tree and its leaves, you can actually say that those leaves, you know, or that the tree owns, or that its leaves. So if just like you say that the tree's leaves, you can say its leaves. So meaning that those leaves belongs to that tree. And then in the same line, when we are talking about the word hours, see, hours. So that means that we are going to talk about a group of people, either actually two or more than two people, and they have ownership over something, and you're part of that group or you're part of those two people. So see, like um, that that book is ours. You see, so that book is ours. You know, that means that you're also inclusive in that book that owns the book. Then the same thing that we have when it comes to mine. Now, mine is just a possessive pronoun that talks about, you know, an individual, one person, and you actually you're talking about the self. You know, mine. That tree belongs to me, or that tree is mine. So that is how we can actually use. We can have. We've seen those examples when these possessive pronouns have been used. And below we have some task here, and they are telling us that you should complete the following sentences by choosing the correct possessive pronoun given in the box. I think that. So here we have this box here. I mean, we have a table up, and then we have this sentence. So we are going to complete these sentences by choosing one of these possessive pronouns, and then I will see your responses. For instance, we have sentence number one that reads that this chair belongs to me. You see, this chair belongs to me. So it is. So I would like you to use the suitable possessive pronoun from the above table and see what we have. Okay, so I would like to see your responses at this time, and maybe see how you'll be continuing or so we have that task, and I'm expecting some responses from you. I want to see people who are following the lesson, and I want to see people who are understanding, and those that are having problems, and maybe we shall actually have to help them. But now I would like to see people responding to these or to this task, where we have the 5. Okay, someone is wow. So Hamida Bashir, thank you so much, and Nakabira Rashida, they are saying that they are saying that this chair belongs to me, so it is mine. Are you together? So that is good. Thanks so much for that response. Then we also have okay, we have Shams also saying mine, number one, that it is mine, good. Then we have Fatina Yahya say that number 5 is hers. Let us first go to number 5 and we see what is number 5 reading. It is saying this dress belongs to Nansha, and someone says that it is hers. Beautiful. That is so nice. And then we have Nakabira Rashida again saying that his, that is number 4. Number 4, his. This book belongs to Kapere. So it is his. Beautiful. Thanks so much, Nakabira. Thanks so much for being active. And then we have Hamida Bashir saying that number 2 is ours. Let us see number 2. What is number 2? This hall belongs to us. See? And then it is ours. Thanks so much, please, for that response, and for being that is Hamida Bashir. Good. So we've seen number 1, we've seen number 5, we've seen number 8. Nakabir is also she has also told us that number 3 is yours. Wow. Let me check and see. Number 3, this ruler belongs to you, so it is yours. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks so much. I'm so proud of you people. and I hope that you continue. Okay, now we have number 6. We have number 6. I don't know whether we have someone who has tried to respond to number 6. So I'm waiting for number 6, and then we go to another section of our lesson. You see number 6, because we've seen number 1, we've seen number 2, we've seen number 3, we've seen number 4, and number 5. You see? Now I'm waiting for someone to just type in the answer that we have to write on number 6. See, number 6. Okay. Now as we wait for someone to tell us number 6, we shall. I think Hamida Bashir is telling us number 6. Theirs. Okay. Let us see. This ball belongs to the children, so it is theirs. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Okay, that is so beautiful. Thanks so much for all the responses. That's Nakabi Rashida for number 6, theirs. So it is theirs. Okay. Then after that, I can see that people are following and they are really understanding this. So they are telling us that apart from using those pronouns, that we also have another way that we can use to indicate ownership. See, that's what they're telling us, that possession can also be indicated by using the word of before the pronoun. You see, that apart from just using yours, mine, and all that stuff, that the possession of something can also be used by using the word or the preposition of after before the pronoun. So we are going to look at this and what does it mean. And I think that's that if you have sentences like, I met an old friend of mine. Are you seeing mine there? No, you cannot say that I met an old friend mine at the market today. But if you want to show that this friend actually is yours, you can use the preposition of before your possessive pronoun. So you can say, I met an old friend of mine at the market today. I think that. So that is another way of indicating possession, indicating possession of something when we are using possessive pronouns, that you can use the word of before the pronoun. Okay, then number 2, we have Martin wanted to have a room of his own. I think that Martin wanted to have a room of his own. We are seeing that his is actually a possessive pronoun that shows possession or ownership. But we are also seeing a preposition before his. So you can say that Martin wanted to have a room of his own. Okay, then number 3, my mother is talking. My mother is talking with a friend of hers. A friend of hers. So this preposition of can also be used before a possessive pronoun to show ownership or the kind of belonging of something. And then we have another, what people eat in their houses is no business of yours. You see, it's no business of yours. And then the children say, I am an uncle of theirs. The children say, just like my nieces and nephews, they say that I am an uncle of theirs. And I know I am also teaching some of my nephews and nieces on this platform in Senior 1. Okay, now we've seen this second category of indicating ownership, and that is by using of before the possessive pronoun. And we've seen these 5 sentences. I would like you people to create or to form sentences, showing possession or of something, and I would like you to apply this method of using the preposition of before the pronoun, before the possessive pronoun. I'm waiting for that. So our second task is we are going to to create or to form sentences, we're going to find as many as possible. Let us try. If maybe someone uses of mine, another person will use. I mean, in one sentence, in another sentence they may use he of his. Another they may use of hers. Another of theirs. Of yours. All that. So I'm waiting for those responses, please. I know you guys are bright and you're thinking about these responses, and I'll be so grateful if you actually give me those responses. So I would like you to create sentences that are, and I want you to use possessive pronouns. But before them, we have to show that maybe things belong to. I want you to show the possession, of things when you use of, preposition of before and the possessive pronoun. Okay, just like we've seen in these examples. So let me check and see whether people have already begun to respond to this. Okay, our last one is Nachibira Rashida. Yes, Nachibira Rashida and friends, I would like you to form sentences just like the sentence we've actually last seen, where we have we show the possession of something, and in that the pronoun, the preposition of comes before the possessive pronoun to show ownership. Okay, Chirabo Lubega is saying mine. Now I want now a full sentence. See, I want a full sentence to show this second category of showing ownership. You see, when the preposition of and the reflective pronoun has been coupled together to show ownership. Just like someone says that a friend of mine, you see, a book of my a friend of mine, you see, a friend of yours, a friend of theirs, a friend of of ours, just like that. So I'd like people to use or to create those I'd like people to create those sentences and show me. Yes, I am seeing Nachibira Rashida trying to type in here. Have first response on that section B. Okay, so maybe just to take you back, that we've seen that the possessive pronouns, where we have examples like yours, his, hers, and others like its and theirs, they are used to show the possession of something, or that someone owns something. So we looked at that and we actually answered the first task. And now we've also seen that we also have another category whereby these possessive pronouns are used, they are coupled together with a preposition of, whereby a preposition of is put before or is written before that possessive pronoun. And we actually had these sentences whereby you have, I met an old friend of mine at the market. So I would like you to write sentences that are similar to these ones here, using those possessive pronouns after the preposition of. And last time I checked, I was seeing Nashibira typing, so maybe she's actually done. Let me check and see. Wow, someone is saying that my brother is talking to the friend of his. My brother is talking to a friend of his. Are you seeing that? My brother is talking to a friend of his. That is beautiful, Nachibira Rashida. And we're also seeing Shamsa trying to type in here her response. That is beautiful. That is a very good answer. My brother is talking to a friend of his. Okay. Then, as we also wait for, yes, Shamsa, let us look at these sentences still. So, I would like you to continue and
create, the similar sentences. Just like Martin wanted to have a room of his own. See, just like people may want to own whatever's of their own. And so let me check. The last time I checked, it was Nakibira. Now we have Shams also saying that that my dad is using an umbrella of his. So beautiful, so beautiful. Shamsa, thanks so much for that response. And I'm actually seeing her typing in another response. That is so good. Yeah, and she's actually done. My dad is using. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've already done that. And then we also have Hamida Bashir is also typing in her response. Not beautiful. Where are my boys? Please. No, I would like you to respond to this task. We have Hamida Bashir saying that brother of yours is funny. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So creative. That brother of yours is very funny. Or is funny. You see? That brother of yours is funny. So you can see that she has used the possessive pronoun yours after the preposition of to show ownership. That brother. So the brother belongs to you. And then we've also seen Shamsa in her sentence saying that umbrella of his. So he has used the preposition of before the possessive pronoun his. And then we've also seen Nachibira, Rashida, you are using the preposition of before the possessive pronoun his. See? And then we have a new entry that is from Shamsa still telling us that a friend of mine is looking forward to a job interview. You get that? Looking forward to a job interview. So I think that Shamsa has used the possessive pronoun mine after the preposition of. You see? And of course, this one here shows the possession of something to someone. For instance, a friend of mine. So that friend belongs to Shamsa. You get that? To Shamsa. Okay. Now we also have my uncle. That is Nakibirashin. My uncle was looking for the friend. Yeah, my uncle was looking for the friend of mine. Yeah. Now, when you are using this, it's better we use the article you see, or what we call a. Just like my uncle was looking for a friend of mine. I think that it sounds very well, but when you use it comes out in a very clumsy way. But it is also a good answer. You just have to rectify that by changing the article. Then, thanks so much, Nakabira Rashida. That is a very good answer. My uncle was looking for a friend of mine. Okay, then we have Hamida Bashir saying that a friend of mine has lost his relative. You get? A friend who belongs to me has lost his relative. So you see that this person here is showing or is using the possessive pronoun mine after the preposition of to show the ownership. And then Nur Brilliant. Where have you been, my dear? You see, I've been waiting for your answer. Okay, so Nur Brilliant has also says that that pencil belongs to a friend of mine. Beautiful, beautiful. See, brilliant, just like her name. The answer is brilliant. Of course, just like all the answers that I've read, you people are so brilliant. So that pencil belongs to a friend of mine. That is so nice. So you can see that the preposition of has been placed before the possessive pronoun mine. Okay, then we have Shamsa saying that those cheeks of yours have grown. You get those young chickens. Those cheeks of yours have grown. So you can see that Shamsa is using she has used the preposition of before the possessive pronoun yours. You see? Okay, so that means that those chicks actually belongs to you, or belong to you. And then we have Nakabe Rashida again, another brilliant, student here. That a friend of yours has gone to hospital. So it is actually not my friend, not the other person's friend, not my uncle's friend, but a friend of yours, your friend. Are you getting that? So we can actually see that this is a very good and awesome response. Okay, so that is real nice. That is real nice, and I'm actually waiting for more responses. I've not actually seen things like theirs, ours. Yeah, I also want to look at those responses where we have such possessive pronouns put after preposition of to show a possession or ownership or belonging. Okay, so yes, I am seeing someone here typing. Yeah, probably that will be one of our last responses in this session. And well, yes, that is Shamsa. Shamsa is typing. I'm so grateful that people are following and those that are really responding to these tasks. Thanks so much. You see, and I believe that people are going to be successful, in your studies. But I want a few last responses regarding this exercise, and we actually call it an episode of the day. We're also seeing, apart from Shamsa, we also have Shirabo. Rebecca, yes, Sarah is saying that too. So this number 2 is ours. I think she's talking about the other first, exercise. See, I think maybe she has been. Yeah, it is true. Rebecca, it is true. The answer was ours. Yes, but we have another task, that is exercise 2, that you have to respond to. I don't know. Maybe you've been. Yes, she's also saying that number 2 is yours. Number 3 is yours. Number 3 is yours. It is true. See, but that is in the first exercise. Maybe you've been done what? Inconvenienced by the network. But it is just fine. All your answers that you're trying to type in right now for exercise number 1. And I mean 3. Yes, true. I got to know that was just a typo. Yeah, I mean 3 is yours. True. Okay. Now I want for his. For his. I understand. You wanted to say his, but you wrote he. It's fine. I understand. Those typos normally, they happen. When you're typing, especially if you're speedy, you can actually have those typos. Typos are simply those mistakes that you make when you're typing. You want to type maybe something like his, and then you write has. Those things do happen, but I totally understand. But Chirabo, one thing that I was telling you, it's fine. Sorry for many mistakes. I mean, it is fine. I know. When using a computer or even a phone, you can have those typos. It is just fine. The good thing now, you've gotten the content or what you wanted. Yeah, I'm happy. Has good. But Chirabo, I would like you to also try out creating sentences regarding section B that we looked at, whereby you have the possessive pronoun and it is placed after the preposition of to show ownership, or belonging. Okay, we have Hamida who saying that house of theirs was perfectly built. You see, this is like I said that answer of hers has been perfectly brought out. You get? See, that is Bashiri's answer. That answer of hers has been perfectly brought out. That is so beautiful, Bashir. That is so beautiful. I think I like this class. This is my best class. That is my best online class, and I would like you people to continue with that spirit. Now, Chirabo, I'm waiting for you. Chirabo Rebecca, I'm waiting for you to give us some responses in regarding task B, where we have possessive pronouns used after the preposition of. Okay, that is so nice. And for now, I'd like to sign out. Thanks so much for those responses. I'm so happy and grateful. May Allah reward you and protect you, and give you more success. And may He actually give you more energy and need and all that you need, all those positive things that you need, from this world and in the world after. Please allow me to say bye to you. But thanks so much for this lesson. It was you made it a great lesson. Okay, we shall begin from there next time. Please have a nice time.